Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to commit yourself over the coming weeks to being trained in the subject of intelligence. Over the next 14 weeks, you will learn about the history of the U.S. intelligence community.
The status of the nation's security on any given day is dependent on a countless number of factors, developing independently or in conjunction with other emerging variables both internationally and at home. A complex global network of intelligence agencies and offices exists to address these various concerns and report any developments to the nation's leaders in Washington. The most critical information these agencies collect is analyzed and consolidated into a report now known as the President's Daily Brief. The President's Daily Brief, or PDB, is a comprehensive written summary of high-level, classified information and analysis of national security issues. It is created and presented to the President, key cabinet members, and select advisors on a daily basis. The PDB is produced, compiled, coordinated, and delivered by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, in conjunction with the CIA and other relevant IC elements, including the Department of State, Department of Energy, Department of Homeland Security, and various defense and military intelligence agencies. Since the practice began in 1946 with President Harry S. Truman, the PDB has been presented continuously to all United States presidents. The focus and details of the report have changed over time in response to the needs of the country and the preferences of the individual presidents. But the basic purpose of the document has remained the same: to educate the president and his staff on urgent and imminent matters of importance to the nation's security. On February 15, 1946, when President Harry S. Truman received what was then known as the Daily Summary, it unceremoniously debuted a critical process in the governing of our country. The introduction of a formal briefing came in response to a developing and complex global intelligence landscape following World War II. In a way, it was representative of an overall change in the way intelligence agencies processed and provided strategic warnings and tactical insights. Early versions of the PDB, or Daily Summary, were often only a couple of pages of notes, focusing mostly entirely on foreign intelligence matters. At that same time, however, CIA analysts were regularly preparing their own all-source weekly intelligence publication called the Situation Summary. In 1951, the Office of Current Intelligence was formed by the CIA to collect information. Soon after that, the Daily Summary became the Current Intelligence Bulletin. As the Current Intelligence Bulletin evolved, the scope of information included expanded, necessitating a variety of changes in format and presentation. In 1958, the brief was known as the Central Intelligence Bulletin. At about that time, the CIA Inspector General requested analysts begin coordinating with other members of the intelligence community to contribute to the document. As a result, more input was received and it started circulating to other national security principles. The Central Intelligence Bulletin ultimately proved to be too comprehensive for all practical purposes. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy's aides requested production of a concise summary of the bulletin's key intelligence issues that would be small enough to fit in his jacket pocket. Within days, President Kennedy was presented with the President's Intelligence Checklist. The checklist was approved by the President and was in use until 1964, at which time President Lyndon B. Johnson altered it to his own specifications. That iteration of the document, named the President's Daily Brief, has remained in use, mostly unchanged ever since. Today, the PDB is still an important part of the national security process. In 2004, the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act was signed, creating the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The ODNI is responsible for oversight and coordination of the intelligence community, which includes creation of the PDB. On February 15, 2014, The final hard copy edition of the PDB was printed, as President Obama had declared it was time to go digital. In the nearly 70 years between President Truman and President Obama, the country has changed in more ways than we can count, but the need for information and intelligence is ever present. The introduction of the PDB signified a new way of looking at the world outside of our borders and at the way our country fit into the global picture. With the information readily and consistently available in this format, our leaders would be better equipped to make the decisions that would shape the future. Now that we inhabit the future they had previously envisioned, we continue to rely on trusted processes, like the PDB, to create our own tomorrow.